up we have Stellar, XLM, Awakens with 100% price surge after protocol upgrade Zcrypto. Written by Zcrypto.com. Stellar, XLM, Awakens with 100% price surge after protocol upgrade. Stellar's native token XLM is up 21.39% this week and trading at 21 cents, following the network's recent upgrade up to the Protocol 15. The price surge represents 100% gains, putting XLM among the currently top-performing altcoins including ETH, XRP, and Cardano. Stellar underwent a public network upgrade on November 23 that was voted in and implemented by its network validators. According to the network's official blog post, the latest version comes with 2 new features that will simplify Stellar-based apps and services for its users. Protocol 15 includes 2 new features: claimable balances and sponsored reserves that make it easier than ever to build user-friendly apps on Stellar. The claimable balances feature introduces a new ledger entry for splitting payments into 2 different parts to enable independence between sending and receiving accounts. The feature is necessary to allow efficient and seamless bridging services for fiat and other supported digital assets using XLM. Sponsored reserves are new operations that will allow accounts to sponsor each other without surrendering XLM from their control. The feature also comes with new extensions that will enable recording key information about the sponsorship deals. Anything that increases an account's minimum balance can be sponsored: the initial account requirement, offers, trust lanes, account data and signers. Stellar originated as a hard fork of Ripple Labs protocol. Stellar's CTO and founder, Jed McCaleb, developed the code and launched Stellar in July 2014. The network is based on the proof-of-stake consensus, but unlike many of its top competitors in the market, Stellar offers a unique standard transaction cost of only 0.00001 XLM. According to McCaleb, the goal is to remove all friction between fiat and crypto and make it possible for people to move money normally around the world. The whole original design of Stellar is that you can have fiat currencies and other kinds of forms of value parallel with each other and with crypto assets. This is super important to drive this stuff mainstream. Whale Alert is now reporting an increased movement of huge amounts of XLM between exchanges and wallets. Crypto supporter by the pseudonym RD Crypto said, "Very rarely have you seen 6.5 billion hash XLM traded in 24 hours.
So that's pretty interesting. I do have something very similar to talk about the difference between proof of work and proof of stake. I was talking to Angel about this earlier today, so I'm going to go ahead and let my audio explain for itself.
Meaning that in order to get paid, you have to contribute work to it, which is fine. However, here's the problem: what happened with Bitcoin. At the start, everybody can mine. Very easy. And doesn't actually require a lot of resources. So it wasn't really a problem. However, now we look at today's standard, it is nearly impossible to mine. Why is it nearly impossible to mine? Because we've mined so much and the difficulty has gone up sky high. When the mining difficulty is up sky high, what does that mean? That means that you need stronger hardware, which means you have to consistently upgrade your hardware and buy new and new computer parts. Not only that, then you have to pay for the electricity that is that's being used for the generation of mining Bitcoin. And that right there is the biggest waste. It costs more electricity to operate the Bitcoin blockchain than it does to use that same electricity for several European countries combined. Let that sink in. And if people are talking about how we need to figure out better ways of energy consumption, we need to figure out ways of just being more green with energy, Bitcoin is not the way, and that's a lot of reasons why they talk down on it. But not just that. On the mining part, it requires constant upgrading, and it's not good. Here's another thing with the mining. The reason why it's crappy. When the Bitcoin network is congested, meaning that there's a lot of people using Bitcoin. So let's say about right now, where Bitcoin is about to be touching the all-time high again. All right. That means that there's going to be a lot of people interested in moving and stuff like that. When that happens, the miners are over flooded with requests for transactions to verify on the blockchain. This is the work that they have to do. And so what that does is that increases the rate of transaction fees. So let's say I wanted to send $10 a Bitcoin to you, and um, let's pick a non-busy time. So let's say it was just not busy, and it would cost me maybe, let's say maybe $1, maybe $1.50 to send that $10 to you. All right. Now, in a congested time, because the traffic is so heavy and overwhelmed, the miners have to actually charge you more in order to to process your transaction. So, if you wanted to send that same $10, it would actually probably cost you anywhere between $3 to $7 to send that $10. Now, that's a huge issue. Now, you could theoretically change the fee up. Like you're not obligated to pay a flat fee. You can change however you want to pay your fee. Here's the problem though. In a non-congested time, if I change the fee to be a little bit smaller, so let's say I didn't want to pay $1.50 and I only wanted to pay 50 cents or 60 cents, right? The $1.50 would send the transaction, and on a non-congested time, it would verify that transaction within, say, 15, 20 minutes. On a congested time, if that same transaction could be delayed upwards to, let's say, a couple hours or a few hours. And this is all because of the mining. This is all because the miners have to verify. They're the proof of work, and that is why people look down on it. On XRP, you don't have mining. It's not proof of work, it's proof of consensus. Therefore, when a transaction is sent, there's a very, 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 very small little fee, like fractions of a penny of a fee, and it verifies within, say, 3 to 5 seconds. Yeah, bigger difference on a proof of consensus model versus a proof of work model, and Bitcoin is on a proof of work. Some crazy things though, like this is a reason why Ethereum 2.0 is going to be very major for Ethereum. Ethereum understands that, hey, proof of work is a shitty model. We need to update. So they're updating to, I think it's called proof of stake for them. It's almost the same thing as proof of consensus. Um, Proof of stake is like the money sitting in your wallet helps with the processing of the transaction fees and stuff like that. And in return, you get rewarded coins. So if, let's say on Ethereum, if I was staking Ethereum coins, I'm helping the mining process or the transaction verifying process. At the same time, I'm also generating interest off of my Ethereum that's sitting there. So these models, these newer models, proof of consensus and proof of stake, are far more superior than proof of work.
So, yeah, that's just that. So XLM is following in the same trajectory. It is based off of XRP. In fact, the lead developer of Stellar was working for Ripple. So moving on to our next piece of news.
Next up we have Ethereum mining difficulty hits an all-time high, AMP Crypto.